So I turned 22 today, and if I'm honest, it felt completely anticlimactic. No fireworks, no big moment, just a normal day. And for a second that bothered me, like I was supposed to feel different. But then I realized every birthday feels like this. We build it up in our heads and then it's just Thursday. So here's what I've landed on. Age isn't a finish line. It's not supposed to feel like an arrival. It's just a marker that says I kept going.
Okay, guys, ever since I figured out that I can just use the iPhone camera to vlog and it's going to be way easier and better, probably better quality than my camera when I'm just doing regular out the box things. So I basically was just playing basketball, and my birthday, basically I turned 22 a couple days ago, the 23rd of July. Me turning 22 made me look back at the years I've lived and understand the things that I've learned a little bit better. We look at our age and look at our birthday, we see it as a time to be excited and celebrate. Even though, yes, you're supposed to celebrate you getting older, just another milestone in the book of your life. And some of us get so caught up in the event coming, and then when it gets here, not as exciting as when we hyped it up, as when we said, oh, I can't wait for my birthday, I'm about to turn 22, I'm about to do all this, I'm about to do all that. Honestly, when I turned on my birthday, I was at the house. Ordered some food and just watched the movie. That's about it. I'm starting to understand myself more. Starting to really see what I've learned and how it's showing up in the world. I really learned about doing what I do, helping people, is that education really doesn't matter. And I'm not saying that your degree doesn't matter. I'm just saying that in the grand scheme of things, the most likely the person you're working for, not your manager, the person above him, did not go to college, or at best got a certificate. Education is just you being able to memorize textbooks, words, and things that's given to you to memorize and to pass a test and to, excel, to show that you can do the work. What I had to understand early is that intelligence is just the speed of which you learn. Wisdom is just in which what you experience has taught you, and also the lessons you learned from others. Because you can easily get a wisdom from mentors, from content creators, from people in the world to better help your situation. People in this world, we have less than you. People in this world, we have more than you. And you'll still be jealous in some sort of way. Comparison is the thief of joy. That's why I don't compare myself to nobody. In these past 22 years, I realized that I never wanted to compete with everybody, because in my mind, I had we all can eat mentality. Some people's plates might be bigger than others, but we all eat at the end of the day. And that's the hardest part about being finding people, finding friends, because it's I want to be in rooms where my dreams are normal, but I also don't want to be in rooms where my integrity is challenged. You know what I mean? I don't want to be surrounded by morally corrupt people. Is that crazy to say? I've learned in the past year of me going through this journey, building a business, doing content, trying to just figure out my life. There's things in this world money cannot buy. And that's what makes every single person with a gift, with a quirk, with a talent so valuable, because what they have is priceless only if you're willing to sell. Never sell yourself. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Because also what I've seen in other people that has, I'm gonna do quotations because it's a very odd thing to explain, because people, when they think of it, they think of the craziest, they go far away. But it's basically giving your autonomy, giving your sovereignty over to somebody else. That is literally all selling your soul is. Now, don't do it. You can literally go anywhere and just say, okay, if you give me this amount of money, I'll do this. It's easy. That's the easiest part. But what's hard is having integrity. When you have integrity, when you have morals, people think you want a moral high ground. I'm just me. You're telling me I'm bad for not doing the things that I deem as bad? That don't make sense. I never seen people hate somebody for being a good person. That doesn't make sense to me. It's illogical. You hate somebody for how good they are, because in that goodness is a reflection of what you don't have. Now, yes, because I had to face it. People sit here and act like I just became this. I just was this. Now, I always this internally, but I didn't always look like this. I didn't always think like this. I didn't always feel like this. It was over a period of time of me looking at myself, facing every piece of me and saying, okay, Trey, we understand that you're flawed. Understand that you are not perfect. Understand that you have still things in your life that you need to work through. Are you going to sit there and sulk in all the broken pieces? Build yourself back up again. That's literally been the whole process. But there are periods in this journey where I wanted to give up, where I wanted to throw in the towel and make it seem like, because in the end of the day, people, that's already the expectation that I'm gonna fail. So why not just not fail? Why not just keep going? It's also because there's more people in this world that need me more than I realize. Because what happens when you do content? You're not just in front of people. You're in front of people at their weakest moments, at their best moments, at their down days, in their good days. And at every step of the way, you are giving them a piece of information that helps them, that guides them, that makes them see the difference in the perspective of how they live their life. This is the fears I have in life, is being idolized, being worshipped, and being in control. I don't care about being a leader. My point is, I don't want people to feel like I'm manipulative. Now, am I persuasive? Yes, I can. If I really wanted to, I could sell water to a fish. My honesty and integrity is like, okay, here's all the information. You can do this, this, and that. Now, you can do this to probably give you this outcome, but if you don't want to do it, it's fine. But it's up to you. It's your choice. Like, if you don't want to work with me, you don't have to. If you want to work with me, you can. But it's not in the sense where I'm forcing you to do anything. My honesty is so you can trust me and know that I'm not trying to scam or fuck anybody over. Because that's what I learned in this world. People have hidden agendas, hidden intentions, and you have to have discernment. This world is much more darker than anybody's ever really thought. And the more and more I grow up and I see it and I start to understand it, I need to talk better. I need to stop saying working on my vernacular has really been a big one. If you don't know what vernacular means, look it up. Look the way you speak. I know the simplest forms, put it in my own words. A lot of the things you learn better in life is the things you put in your own words. See, understanding something, reading something and writing it down and then regurgitating it is easy. But putting something in your own words to understand it in your own way, not fabricated, not steered off the path of what is true, but you actually try to understand it in your own way so you don't come across as, copying somebody else or trying to bite off somebody. What I hated in high school is when they used to tell me, it's hard to cheat. It's not hard. What was the saying in high school? Bro, please put in the comments. It's easier to cheat. Let's be real here. We live in a world full of scammers and cheaters. Not all of them, but some of them. When you live in a world full of those type of people, you start to realize, damn, it's way harder to be good. Because a lot of the people in this world want you to be evil. And the fact that you won't give people a reaction, you won't give the hate that you don't have in your heart, they get angrier. And they get more mad. Because now that people do evil shit, they have to justify why they've done it. If they don't justify why they've done it, then they feel like evil people. Is it backwards? Yes. Yes, it is backwards. It is very backwards. Is it illogical? Yes. Because instead of facing themselves, they just keep doing more damage. That later just solidifies their position as being wicked. That don't make... You see how crazy that is? That shit is illogical. What else did I learn this past year? Progress is your best friend. Don't matter if it's bad, no matter if it's ugly, no matter if it's messy, post it, do it, try it. The only way you ever gonna feel confident in anything that you do is if you build the evidence of you doing, of you taking action, of you putting the work in. Faith without works is dead. We don't work to have faith. We have faith, so we work. It's not work, it's putting it into practice. It's doing the thing that you have to believe in because you have to put your faith into practice. Through that faith, through that belief, you put it into action and you get what you wanted.